there, I'm Coach Amy, Precision Nutrition Certified Nutrition Coach with Results Fitness, and the recipe I have for you today are sweet potato pancakes. What you need for this recipe are 2 eggs, 1 sweet potato that's already been baked with the peel removed, a little bit of salt and some cinnamon, and that is it. So to start, I have 1 medium baked sweet potato in here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to mash this really good because you don't want it to have any lumps. So you want to get this as smooth as possible. I'm going to put my pan on real quick. Okay, so just gotta mush it around. You know, you could use the back of a fork, a spatula, whatever it takes to mush it up. Baked sweet potatoes are usually pretty easy and, you know, already pretty much mashed, so you should be good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add the eggs. All right, and from there, just a couple sprinkles of sea salt and then some cinnamon. Doesn't need a lot. Okay, and then I just want to mix this really well. Make sure to, you know, whisk the eggs and incorporate those with the sweet potatoes. And 1 medium sweet potato. This is probably going to make about 4 to 6 pancakes, so you could get quite a few out of 1 batch. And these do freeze well too, so say you have a lot of leftover sweet potato and you make a big batch of these, just freeze them and save them for later. I would recommend freezing them in individual pancakes, or just putting a piece of parchment paper or a piece of wax paper in between them, so this way they don't stick in the freezer and stick to each other when they thaw out. Okay, so you'll see this is just gonna look like regular pancake batter. So you can see those potatoes are smooth. It's gonna have the same consistency. All right, just wanna make sure I have all the eggs mixed in. Okay, and then you're gonna do about 1/4 cup per pancake. And I already have my pan heated here. I just did a quick spray with some cooking spray. And I love my scooper because this one is exactly 1/4 cup, so that's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna start out with 2. Okay, and you do have to be very careful with these because they are fragile. And these are not going to bubble up like a regular pancake. You know, when you cook a regular pancake, you see those bubbles start to pop up. That's when you know to flip. These are not going to bubble up like that. So usually about 3 minutes on each side. And then again, you're gonna have to flip them very carefully to make sure that they don't break apart. We'll see what happens when I go to flip these here. I can't promise they're gonna come out in one piece, but if I do it carefully, it shouldn't be a problem. And in regards to sweet potatoes, I'm going to give you a tip when it comes to baking sweet potatoes. One of the easiest ways to do it, grab your sweet potatoes, scrub them really well, and leave them wet, and just drop them in a crock pot. You could put a splash of water in there. You don't need much, just maybe, you know, 1 to 2 tablespoons to help steam them. And then you're gonna wanna cook them until they're super soft. So if you cook it on high, that's usually about 4 to 6 hours. You cook it on low, that's about 8 hours. And then once you remove them, let them cool a little bit, and you have perfect creamy sweet potatoes. I don't know what it is about the crock pot, but for some reason it makes them so creamy. They don't need butter, they don't need anything additional. They cook perfect. So that method is perfect for this recipe as well. I actually made the sweet potato last night. I put it in the fridge overnight. This morning, before prepping this, all I did were cut the ends off, and the skin peeled right off. So I had the potato right there already pretty much mashed. You saw I didn't have to do much work with it. So that's just a quick and easy trick when it comes to baking sweet potatoes. All right, so like I said, these do take a little longer than a traditional pancake. I'm gonna kick the heat up just a little bit. And they smell really good. All right, and then the finished product of these, you can actually top these with a number of different things. One of my favorite is to let them cool a little bit first, because you don't want to have them too hot if you're adding Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is one of my favorites to put on top of these. You could also do berries. Blueberries and almond butter are a fantastic combo when it comes to sweet potato. So I like to put a drizzle of almond butter and some fresh blueberries on top of mine. That's usually what I do for this recipe. Again, any nut butters, Greek yogurt, you know, a side of yogurt, have this as a side dish. So many different things you can do with this. All right, I'm gonna grab a plate real quick. So I have a plate for these. And the other nice thing too is, you know, when something only has 2 ingredients, you really can't beat that. All right. So again, about 3 to 4 minutes each side on these. They're still pretty jiggly, so I don't want to disrupt them too much. And sweet potatoes are one of those superfoods. You know, a lot of people think, you know, potatoes are bad and whatnot, but you know what? These are a very good complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrates are the ones that digest slowly. They have fiber, they provide bulk. These are what give you energy. So sweet potatoes, superfood, packed with a lot of vitamins and minerals. You can't go wrong with a sweet potato. All right, I think I have one here ready to flip. And of course it's in pieces, so like I said, these are super fragile. They may not come out the prettiest, but that's okay. The important thing is that they taste good. All right, that one's still. Okay, so I'm gonna let these cook on the other side for a few minutes, so I'm just gonna put you on hold for a minute, and like I said, I'm gonna flip, let them cook for a few more minutes, and I'll be back with the final product, so hang tight. Okay, and I am back with the sweet potato pancake. Again, these do take a little longer to cook than a regular pancake, so these actually took about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, and then you do want to let them sit and cool a little bit to make sure that they stay together a little bit better. So I have one pancake here. This is one big one. I did make some other smaller ones as well, but I did one giant one for you to see an example. And then I'm just gonna top it with some fresh strawberries. Again, blueberries are another great combination. Whatever fruit you have on hand, you can't go wrong. All right, so I'm gonna top that with the berries, and then I'm going to also add almond butter. Now, you may have heard me rave about the Kirkland brand. This is the Costco brand almond butter. This is my all-time favorite and the only one that I use. I like this one because it's super drizzly. It's perfect for, you know, items like pancakes and whatnot where you want to drizzle stuff on top. So that's why I always like this one. All right, so I'm just gonna add the almond butter. Like I said, this is pretty much a complete meal here. You know, you have some protein, you have some healthy fats, you have those good complex carbohydrates to give you energy. All right, and there you go. There's a sweet potato pancake. I don't want to tip it too far or it'll land, you know, one of my usual oopsies. All right, well, I hope you enjoy that recipe, and if you get a chance, as always, let me know what you think, and have a fantastic day.